Thank you very much for having me today. It's really a delight. And it's really very important because we need to collaborate more on this whole COVID challenge. So I'm going to be talking about the COVID Information Commons today, which is covidinfocommons.net. You can go there if you like. And the COVID Information Commons serves as an open resource to explore NSF-funded research addressing the COVID-19 pandemic. This is funded by the NSF Convergence Accelerator, which is a program where they try to bring convergent research together from multiple disciplines. So it's a great opportunity for areas like this. So a brief overview. The COVID Information Commons is an open website. You can feel free to share it with other researchers, your family, your colleagues around the planet, your students, and it enables exploration of NSF-funded research addressing the COVID-19 pandemic. It increases accessibility of valuable information regarding NSF COVID Rapid Research Awards, which are awards that are rapid response research projects. So it's kind of an embedded acronym. It facilitates knowledge sharing and collaboration across COVID research efforts and serves as a resource for researchers, students, and decision makers from academia, government, not-for-profit, and industry sectors to leverage research efforts and findings and accelerate the most promising research to mitigate the broad societal impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. It organizes relevant information in multiple ways, for example, by research topic, by institution, by geography, which I'll show you. And in the future, it will allow research project teams to provide links to their data and present project information in ways relevant and user-friendly for the users across industry, academia, government, nonprofit sectors, and citizens. It will also incorporate coronavirus-related information from National Science Foundation Open Knowledge Network projects. You may have heard of some of these, NSF OKNs, we call them in acronym land, as well as some other NSF research projects over time. We have a phased approach to the COVID Information Commons. We received the grant in the middle of May, and we had our minimal viable product launch on July 7th. And in the MVP launch, we have two search mechanisms and tools. One is a customized NSF simple search for COVID Rapid Awards by NSF Directorate, and I'll show you more about that. And then there is an advanced COVID Research Explorer with machine learning generated maps of the NSF COVID Awards. It has very powerful query and visualization capabilities, which I'll be showing you. You can search by keywords, topic, award type, institution, size, many different parameters. And you can drill down by award. You can look at the title, the abstract, the institution, the principal investigator or PI's name, their email address, so you can collaborate with them, the state they're in, the start and end dates, all sorts of information. That's in our MVP launch, which is available today. Phase 2, which will be available by October 2020, will have the addition of COVID PI provided links to award-related information and collaboration opportunities. And we already reached out to the many hundred COVID PIs and already have over 160 that have given us additional information to really enrich the data that we can link to. We also plan to link to these NSF OKN projects and other pertinent data sets and add additional collaboration capabilities, which we're announcing today, actually. We have our launch seminar this afternoon. It's a busy presentation day for this project. And we're announcing our Slack channel, which you're all invited to, and I'll give you more information about that. Then post-award, there could be more going on, searching for other pertinent award information and further potential innovations based on user and collaborator feedback. What's most valuable as we move forward in this space together? So when you go to covidinfocommons.net, and it'll redirect to a Columbia website because Columbia University is hosting it. The Northeast Big Data Hub is leading this effort as part of the Data Science Institute at Columbia University. So we're very grateful for Columbia to support this for us. You'll see right away on the homepage that there's a click for COVID Research Explorer ML Maps. That's the really advanced tool. A little further down, just below that button, there's also an opportunity to click on these icons to find NSF COVID Rapid Grants by Directorate. And this is important often for PIs because this is how NSF gives out their money. So you like to see what awards they're getting out. The 8 directorate areas are biological sciences, computer and information science, engineering, lovingly called SCIES, education and human resources, engineering, geosciences, mathematical and physical sciences, social, behavioral, and economic sciences in the Office of the Director. The COVID Info Commons is actually a collaboration between the 4 Big Data Innovation Hubs. The Northeast Big Data Innovation Hub, for which I'm the Executive Director, is located at Columbia, but works with the 9 states in the Northeast. The South Big Data Hub is headquartered out of Georgia Tech, the West Big Data Hub out of Berkeley, UW in Seattle, as well as UCSD in San Diego, and then the Midwest Big Data Hub, which is centered at UIUC, but we all collaborate across our entire region and with each other across the nation. So this is our project team. Our PI is Jeanette Wing, who is the director of the Data Science Institute at Columbia University. And here are 4 executive directors, myself, Meredith Ali in the West, John McMullen in the Midwest, and Renata Rawlings-Goss in the South. Katie Nam and Helen Yang are on our Northeast Hub team, and they've been very, very helpful. Helen's actually a rising junior, so we love having students help. And then this Columbia University IT team and libraries team have been very instrumental, and we never would have gotten this done without them. So when you go to the website, you can look at the About COVID Information Commons page and basically learn what I'm telling you today. We also have a video and audio there, so you can listen for like 3 or 4 minutes and hear it, or if you're sending it to someone else, maybe suggest they read that first to see what it really is. And then we have a user tutorial video, which is about 8 or 9 minutes that I recorded. And it's a live demo of me using the tool and making mistakes and showing you how to fix it, because it is rather powerful. And we know how, with powerful things, sometimes they can be a little more complex. So now let's go through the website together. So if you go to the website, you'll see this middle section on the home page, and where it says, click these icons to find NSF COVID Rapid Grants by Directorate. So let's say we go to the office of the director. I'm using the pink boxes to show you where to focus on these different screens. So when you get into the NSF Simple Search, you'll see that we're in the office of the director, one of those 8 organizations. We used COVID and Rapid, the Boolean, all capitals, and, so in case you try to use that yourself. And here's an example. We see, oh, the COVID Information Commons Rapid. That's actually the award that funded this COVID Information Commons. We click on that, and it brings us to the entire abstract and information. The award number, the name of it, the program manager at NSF, the start and end date, the amount of money, the PI and their email address, and the institution, as well as the abstract, which is what their goal is for the award. So you can get all that information through this. Then we get to the advanced topic, the COVID Research Explorer tool. So you would click on that little blue button, and it brings you to this really cool topographical map. This is actually, this goes back into the NSF database, and the tool itself is built on Lingo4j Explorer by Carrot Search, which you can Google and look up if you want to. But what this allows us to do is start with topographical maps. And as we know, as data scientists or researchers, there's a lot we can see here. So we look at this and say, well, this is very interesting. So this looks like there's a whole lot going on in social distancing. That's cool. You know, I'm interested in that or not. I could click on any of these and I would get the abstract over here. And you can customize this view. And so here's the name of the award. This is the award number, the amount of money they got in US dollars, the institution, the PIs, their email addresses, the state they're in, and their abstract. But then when you look at this, you might also say, huh, you know what I don't see, right? Because it's what you see and what you don't see in data. So I don't see mutations. I wonder if there's an opportunity to actually suggest an award in that area. NSF could make that choice. Researchers could look at that. Very interesting. So this is the map function, gives you these topographical maps. Then if you choose the tree map, you get this really cool opportunity to look at clustered awards in different ways. So in this situation, what I did is I said the size of the polygon would be the amount of money. So there are some big awards that are rather collaborative, and then a lot that are about the same size. So I go in and say, you know, I'd like to learn a little bit more. Let's see, can I customize the view by state and institution? So I click on this little cog and I say, yeah, color it by state. So I know like who all is in the same state. I want the size to be amount of the award. Label it by institution so I know which institutions are doing this work and show me when things are the same color. So once I do that and I click on an institution in New York, let's say Cornell, it colors all the awards in New York State. How cool is that? Huh, some of these people might be near me. Then I click on one in California. Here's California. And you could do that for any of them. Then you can customize the view by PI. You might say, okay, that's interesting. It's those institutions, but who are the humans? You know, like, oh, wow, Sunny. Ah, I was a postdoc with Sunny. Let me see. That's really kind of cool. And the way I got that is I click on the cog and then I label by PI, and then I see the PIs instead of the institutions. And then if I click on Sunny, oh yeah, so she's in California. Okay, she's at UC Irvine. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. And then I say, well, who else is in California? Oh, that's really cool. I wonder if we can collaborate. then I could look at awards by state. Let's say I'm in Pennsylvania at Penn or at Drexel or something. And then I can have a lot of fun with the query. If you like Boolean, it's a lot of fun for me. But you could put and then watch your parentheses, and then you would put state, colon, and then Pennsylvania, and these are the awards in Pennsylvania. That's kind of cool. You can do the same thing for Maryland, state Maryland. Then you say, well, what's going on at Columbia University? So this is one of the interesting things about the tool, is if I put in institution Columbia, it gives me these 11 awards for Columbia University. Here's the one that funded the COVID Information Commons with Jeanette Wing as our PI. But then you could also click on these others and see who all the humans are. Or you could go in here and say, let me know by PI. You'll also notice that the institution name has to have Columbia in it. There are other institutions that have the name Columbia in them. But you can just click on one of the ones at Columbia and then those will come up. What you could also do is query by topic. So let's say that you want to go in here and say, I want to know who's working on knowledge graphs, who's trying to bring all this data together. Once again, it's Boolean and knowledge and graph. And so then it comes up, and this is the PI co-PI view, because I changed it to PI. I'm like, oh, that's really cool, but I don't really know any of these humans. I wonder what institution they're in. So then I go back up here, and then I go in and say, label it by institution. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, Ilya's at UCSD. That's right. Very cool, right? So you know where the institution is and you say, oh, there's something interesting going on at Stanford. Oh, that's Yuri. Very cool. Or if you're Yuri, you might say, I'm going to call Ilya. So what we're trying to do is really allow the researchers, or it could be a governor, to say, who got awards in my state? Or it could be a student that says, wow, how can I look at the interesting areas and get involved in some of this? Then you could put in a new topic. And one of my friends at Princeton, Vince Poors, the Dean of the Engineering School, that's my alma mater. Actually, I went there with Bob Klitzman. Kind of cool, we're on the same agenda today. So he's working on mutation. So he asked me, how do I find that? So we put in and mutation. Wow, look at all these people doing this. And then I say, well, I actually want to, see a fair amount of information when I click on any of these. So I go in here into the fields section. I say, okay, I want to see the title, the ID, the abstract. I want that to be in the body. I want the amount and the institution and the PI and email way at the top, and when I look at the abstract, so it's easy for me to collaborate. So then I'll look and I'll say, okay, well, that's kind of interesting. And so this is how I log into the fields and, look at how I can fix things. Then let's say I say, so who is it at Princeton? That's my alma mater. I click on Princeton. Oh yeah, it is Vince. That's really cool. And he might look and say, oh wow, if I click on me, I can find the other people working on this in my state. Rutgers is just right up the block. How cool is that? Once again, who else is doing research on this topic in my state? And you can find them rather easily. So as we evolve this COVID Info Commons right from the beginning, actually, we're really basing it on FAIR principles, which many of you are probably aware of. But it's findable for the F, accessible is the A, interoperable and reusable. So it's findable in that you can
it's 2 minutes.
Oh, thank you. You can find all NSF Rapid Awards related to COVID easily in context. You can access all this information. We're enabling researcher and all human collaboration, especially leveraging our Slack channel. And then you can reuse the information because you can download it in Excel spreadsheets and things. Another quick flyby I wanted to provide is that on the Northeast Big Data Hub website, we actually have a list of COVID-19 resources. We have funding opportunities, we have organizations and networks, we have data sets you can link to from around the planet, which is interesting. People know we have this and they send us stuff. So US, Europe, Australia, Africa, and then guides and references that might be of interest to you. So the next step is we have our kickoff call, but you don't actually know everything now. So that's this afternoon, that's the bit.ly. Use it, share it. If you'd like to join the COVID Commons Slack channel, it's covidcommons.slack.com, but that's the bit.ly, and it's on our COVID Information Commons website at the bottom. You can send us an email and sign up to be part of this COVID Information Commons community, and you can offer to present a lightning talk. We're getting involved in putting together a proposal for the International Fair Convergence Symposium organized by CoData and GoFair. There are a number of other collaboration opportunities like the Academic Data Science Alliance annual meeting, they're both in October. And for any of the above questions, you can email us at info@covidinfocommons.net. That goes to all the Big Data Hub executive directors. And that's it. So I'd be happy to take some questions.
Wonderful. Thank you for the excellent talk. I think we all live by the power of collaboration, and hopefully, actually, this symposium has been a great foster of collaboration on multiple labs, both at Columbia and outside.
Absolutely.
So let's see. I think there's a Kaushik Raghunath.
So just a quick question on the usability. If I want to search, so you had shown how to search by directorate. Does this also allow for like keyword type searching, or is that, I don't know how the NSF files its research. So if I want to look into something specific like virology or into like drug interactions or something like that, how would I try to?
So what you would do, and I could share my screen again. I showed on a couple of the charts how you could get into the query on the left, and let me just get up to that. So you can go into the query on the left over here, and you can use your Boolean, make sure your parentheses are working, and then put "and virology." So it would look for the COVID or coronavirus awards that include virology. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. It does. Okay. Thanks.
Sure, you're welcome. My pleasure. Any other questions? And look at the user tutorial video. It's like 8 or 9 minutes, and it takes you through it, and it shows me trying that myself and doing it wrong and then how to fix it. So it's a good way to learn how to use it as well. I invite everybody to join the community. You know, we just plan on doing a launch call, very honestly. We had 220 people register, and we asked PIs if they wanted to present, and we thought we'd get 1 or 2, and we have 40. So what we're going to do is similar to what you have. We're going to create ongoing webinars so that the PIs can present a lightning talk on their research. We'll probably cluster it by topical area because they're all different directorates. You know, there's behavioral science and there's mutation networking, all sorts of stuff. And so you're more than welcome to join. Email me or info@covid-infocommons.net, and we'd love to collaborate.